Hi, it's Nikki from Two Tribes Primal Living,
And me, Albert, and
we're here
we are
today to share with you our, let's call it a getaway.
getaway from our getaway.
Getaway from our getaway, which is out of the way of mainstream. So we're even further away from
Living off grid. Now we're
now we're living.
we're visiting
We're
off
visiting, yeah.
the off gridness of the off grid because
We're
up
probably what, about
11,000 feet
Yeah.
up, and there's no cell service up here. There's
There's
I
a
mean,
beautiful creek running behind us. I don't know if you can hear it.
yeah.
Yeah. So there's a beautiful creek. Kaya loves to get in the water. It's peaceful. There's sun shining down on us. There's different trees. You said, what, like a different ecosystem?
Yeah, there's a different ecosystem up here. The trees are different from, I guess, at 11,000 feet compared to 9,000 feet. The tree foliage.
What are we missing up here? What kind of tree?
Probably pines.
Yeah,
there's a
there's-
lot of cedars, a lot of what are those? White aspen, or
Something white
Yeah,
ash, white
they're-
aspen, or
I don't know what they are.
I don't either. To me, they have eyeballs on the trunk.
But you know,
There's spruce, fir. Yes.
yeah. And
Yeah.
where we're sitting, I mean, like where the cabin is, where the property is that we stay on. At 9,000 feet, I mean, everything is dry and desolate, and you know,
Yeah, it's moist up here.
yeah, up here it's moist. The creek is
Can
the
you see the
landscape behind us is
green?
and lush, and you can smell the algae, and
Albert thinks these are grape leaves. I don't know if you can see them you may not be able to.
they're probably grape leaves.
Grape or poison ivy.
Yeah, no, not poison ivy. But it's just a different world up here, and we just decided to break away today and just leave our cares, our homesteading chores and responsibilities. Just leave them. It was a nice day, and just go explore a little bit. I mean, we've been up here going on 6 months, and we've yet to spend a day outside of the
You're
property. And just to get away and see what else New Mexico has to offer. But we're up here in the Carson
National Forest.
so we just took off for a drive in one direction, and
And we just turned down there was a road, and we're like, oh, let's see what's up there. And then the road was dirt, right?
Yeah.
And then we were just like boom, 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 and going up, and then it got bumpier and
yeah, it started getting less and less accessible. So we four-wheeled it up there, and it got to the point where, shit, we're up here all alone, and you know, you blow a tire or bust an axle or something like that, and you're just kind of fucked, is what it comes down to.
But we went up the mountain behind us. We were like, there was almost switchback because it
Yeah.
was like driving on this basically one lane, very. I'm not gonna say very treacherous,
It's
but
probably a logging road,
Yeah.
a logging fire department.
no place to turn around.
Access road on a very steep cliff
Yes.
with nowhere to turn around.
Again,
so
nowhere to turn around, and we found a place, and we sat there for a second, and you could just see out across.
yeah,
It's like the Great Divide.
it was there. I mean, the view up there was phenomenal.
It
I
was.
didn't get any video up there
No.
of that, but I
You
will.
wanna go back?
No, I will share video of out here and what it's like up here compared to where we are.
Yeah.
And I would say we're probably not even 15 miles away from
Yeah.
where the property is,
It's just different.
where the cabin is. It's just different up here. You know, the higher up you go, the trees change. So, you know, and that's one of the things that coming out here, we've actually taken off our shoes and grounded to the earth, and actually got into the water.
That was
Took
some
our shoes off and got in the water.
cold stuff.
That's some cryotherapy.
True,
water.
True, right.
So-
He screamed when he got in.
Yeah, it hurt. I mean, I stood in there for about 15, 20 seconds, and it literally started,
It started hurting.
aching to the
Yeah.
bone. So I don't know if that's good or bad.
I
but
think good.
But it felt good, so I really enjoyed that. So we just wanted to make a short video and share our day with being away from the property and not having to worry about anything for just for a day.
Yeah,
So-
it's been really peaceful, really nice, and it is nice to not have to worry.
Yeah, and it's not that we have complaints or anything about where we are or the life we've chosen to live,
No,
but
we just don't get to we don't get to break away from it. I mean, no matter where you are, when you stay confined, it's probably kind of like people being wrapped up in their houses.
yeah,
You have access. You can get in your car and go someplace. It's just I don't want to go, and when you finally break away and just go do something as simple as get out 15, 20 miles from your town and find a place to sit, or a river or a creek that's
a park, something
park,
where
something.
there's no people, and
Right.
you know, and it's important to do that. I know a lot of people.
It's very important.
You know, they stay in the cities, and they stay in the apartment complexes, and they stay in the shopping centers, and they stay confined to all these energies that modern day society bombards you with. And I mean, depression and anxiety, addiction, all that shit, you know, revolves around an imbalance. And one of the things that I discovered long time ago is that when things become too much for you to handle, going out into nature and going out and connecting to the land and to pure energy rather than the fluorescent lights and
Right.
the cars and the trains and fire engines and motorcycle engines revving and
All those things are low. We've talked in our energy videos about that lower energy, lower vibration,
Yeah.
right? Those are all part of that lower energy. And when you can escape that stuff by getting away from it, it actually heals depression and anxiety and worry and concern and all of the traumas. It actually helps turn those around and go the other direction. They'll do a complete 360.
yeah, 360. You end up right back. But the other thing about it is, you know, when you build up negative energy all the time, another Yahoo driving
He
by.
calls them yahoos.
The thing about building negative energy up in the body, or in I'm going to call it your electrical system, your energy system, your chakra systems, your kundalini, whatever you want to call it, you have to ground it out. You know, I don't know if very many people know about electricity, but when you ground to nature, when you ground to the earth, it's like taking all that negative energy and touching the positive terminal to the negative terminal, and you get this cancellation of energy, and you can recharge after you canceled out that energy. And that's the same thing with out here. You get a fresh recharge out here, and there is no negativity out here. The trees aren't in competition. The earth, the sun, everything is in cooperation with the chipmunk.
Maybe he was on the video.
Yeah. So there's
not my
probably got
friend.
photobombed. But you know, coming out here and discharging that negativity
It's imperative.
it's the cheapest therapy
Yes,
that
it
you
is.
could ever get.
It is.
You don't have to pay a bar tab. You don't have to pay
Nope.
you don't have to pay a what do you call it, psychiatrist tab. You
A
don't
therapist, a
therapist,
counselor.
a counselor.
Yeah.
You don't have to go sit in church and listen to people's
I
stomachs
have to stop
growling.
you. I have
What?
to stop you, because that doesn't mean coming out here with your cooler of
Oh,
beer
yeah.
and
And your radio and
no, this is not what we're saying. What we're saying is break away
yeah,
from that.
leave all that shit alone.
Be one with nature.
Yeah, leave the beer, leave the music, leave the I mean, leave as much as you can.
Leave the people and the friends.
Yeah, the
Get-
negative people don't show up out to nature
No.
with a bunch of people who are just gonna
The
piss
yahoos.
you off. You know, and that's
Right.
the mistake a lot of people make. They think they're connecting, but they bring everything with them.
Right.
So when you just come out here with, I mean, we're sitting on a mat, and our dog, we didn't even bring any water or anything out here. We just kind of decided to just break away, but
We had ginger
Yeah,
ginger beer, which is not beer. It's
it's
the
just a ginger soda,
ale,
ginger
but it's
ale.
like got chunks of ginger in it. It's so good. Oh my gosh, it's so
Yeah,
good.
but like I said, it's just you've got to get away. This is the cheapest therapy
Mm-hmm.
that I've ever encountered.
It
You
really
know,
is.
It may cost you a tank of gas.
I'm at 15 miles. How much gas is that?
Well, it depends on where people live.
True,
You know, if you have to drive 2 miles, 2 hours to get away,
It's
and
worth it.
It's worth it
It's
because
worth it.
when you come back, you're going to be recharged. And
So what is that? What is 2 hours? That's getting up in the morning, taking a shower if you have to, that process thing
Yeah.
we were talking about, getting into your car, going. So you get there at 10 o'clock, you have lunch there, whatever. You can pack some stuff up the night before. You can spend the day, and then 2 hours back, you can leave at 8 o'clock at night, and you get back at 10. So I mean, you could have an entire day of nothing but grounding if you wanted
and
to.
right now the way the planet is all fucked up with this COVID shit.
It is.
You know, your resorts are closed. That's a good thing because you don't have to deal with
Yeah.
all the touristy shit.
Those are negative.
You don't the hotels are at a minimum.
Yeah.
So buy a tent. Go get a fucking tent. Go get a little bit of camping equipment and get out in nature because that's where you're gonna find healing. That's where you're gonna find peace. That's where you're gonna find that recharge.
Yep.
That instant recharge. And a lot of people I mean, there are some people who are like, ew, it's dirty out there and it's nasty. And you know, I feel for those people because life is gonna suck for them. It is really gonna suck, and they're never gonna find that recharge, but they'll find that stimulation.
I'm smiling because there's 4 kids on a
bikes.
bike going down the mountain. Like they're probably, and their parents are in a truck following them behind.
Yeah, but they're going downhill.
They're going downhill,
hauling
like
ass.
down the
I'm
mountain.
sure their brakes are
But
smoking.
they're what, maybe 6 to 10, maybe
Yeah.
12-year-old. I mean, that would be the oldest. That was cute. That was having
And that's
fun.
another thing. Get your fucking kids out here. Get the kids
Yes.
out here. Get them off that electronic shit. Get them off that.
Get them on their bikes.
Get them off the TV. You know, most kids. There's so many damn kids nowadays that don't even know how to ride a bike, and because they're stuck to gaming. They're stuck to the computer. They're stuck to
on
social
someone's
media.
phone and,
You know, and
yeah.
it is definitely a way to recharge. And I know we're passionate about this, and we talk about it like it's something everybody should be doing.
They
but,
should. No, I
but
think they should.
I mean,
Absolutely.
Your entire DNA structure was designed to connect to nature.
Yes.
There is nothing about your DNA that was calculated for you living in a building.
In an
or
apartment in the middle of a city.
walking on paved sidewalks
the
and
exhaust.
and walking through doors that open for you and all that nonsense that
Is that?
makes people weak.
Yeah.
I mean, it literally makes people so weak that coming out here is a hassle and coming out here is uncomfortable. But the more you do it, the more you connect to it, the more you find that you become capable of doing it.
And plus, this is just like a side note on that because it has to do with capability, but like our first quote unquote date, like real date, just him and me, was in nature. And we went hiking, and I love this story because it is part of healing and part of, he was able to find his partner, and I was able to find my partner because he left my ass on a rock.
Yeah.
He's like, you can't get down? Tough shit. I'm going hiking. That was the fun of nature. There was no cell service there. There was no recording that moment there. There was no, well, I'm just going to go sit on my phone then. And it was like do or die shit. And it was like, oh man, this is the coolest guy ever. And he's probably like, if she can't get off the rock,
Yeah,
dump
I mean,
her.
shit. What am I gonna do with her?
What am I gonna
ain't
do with
carry
her?
No, but she said on the way up here when we were on the coming up the mountain, I saw this place where I wanted to go. I was like, ooh, I want to go up there. And she's like, no, you got this energy about you. You got this mantra about you that if you go with me, you're gonna get fucked up.
That's
And
seriously.
you're gonna get scraped up. You're gonna get bruised up.
Bruised.
You're gonna get. You're gonna be looking. You're gonna be facing some fears because there are some questionable places that I've put us. And she was like, nah, I'm not.
Not today.
Not today. We don't have any water. We don't have any gear.
Yeah.
So
he's like, we
I'm
don't need
like,
water. We're good. We got
it's like,
we got
shit,
soda in the back or
let's
rain or
step
something.
out of the comfort zone and let's climb that motherfucker and go up there. But I'm not gonna drag her through that.
No.
I put her through that enough.
We were playing about it, but it's in these spaces of nature where we can do that, and we're happy. It's fun. It's not, do we want to ride this ride at the amusement park or this ride? Well,
Yeah.
that line is like 6 hours. Let's get in the 2-hour one. You know, it's not that.
Yeah.
It's, ooh, that looks like a flat place where nobody's parked. Let's go over. Look at what we found. Look at what we discovered.
I want to climb up there. I want to.
I told him to go.
I want to see the view from up there and climb up there.
I
but,
told him to go.
You know, it's right now. It's risk versus reward. Do I want to spend the day? I mean, once that sun goes behind the mountains.
Who's your reward?
Yeah, you are. But once that sun goes behind the trees and the mountains, it's going to get cold.
Yeah.
So I don't even want to
It
risk
was
it.
about 67 at the base of this road where we started, 67 degrees. That's about 9,500 feet. And when we got up to the top, it was 55, 56. So if that kind of gives you an indication of how the temperature changes. So when that sun goes behind the mountain,
Oh, it drops fast.
it drops,
Temperature drops
like
fast.
what, to 40? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's so quick, and then it gets down into the low 30s. You know, so it gets cold really fast. So it's like a 30-degree temperature drop.
Yep.
Yeah, so,
So-
he can't go play.
So yeah, we'll do it
Darn.
another day. We'll
Yeah.
we'll plan it another day because this is just a big playground.
I'll
up
sit out here on my yoga mat. He can go climb
This
it.
is a huge
I'll
playground out here, and I mean
It
just
is.
to stand somewhere where you have the understanding that it was a bitch to get up here, and it's quite possibly you're the first person to ever stand in that
Right.
exact spot and,
Right.
and look at that exact view for the very first time is I love that feeling. I love going. I wonder if anybody, any ancient, any ancestor,
I've seen what I've seen.
anybody has ever stood exactly where I'm standing at, looking at the view that I'm looking at, and to me that's connecting. That's healing to the soul, to the mind, and to the body. So
And I can attest, when we go places, he says that almost every time we go someplace and we climb. Like we did some bouldering last year, and when we got out there, he was like, we were in different places, and he's like, I wonder if anybody's been in this spot and seen what I'm seeing right now.
yeah, because I don't usually go up the trails. I usually bushwhack and make my
Hence,
own.
you're gonna get hurt.
Make my own trail and just to be somewhere where nobody else has been is usually the goal for me when I'm out here. But I know it can be a little. There's people, oh, that's dangerous and you shouldn't be doing that. You're gonna fall and you're gonna get hurt and you need a walking stick and you need no, you know.
I don't think we've ever carried a walk. I mean, we've gone
if
some
you-
pretty
yeah.
shady places, but remember in Arkansas, and he's like, we gone out on this crog, and then we came back, and he looked over, and he's like, what's down there? I hear water. And I mean, in seconds, he was like down the cliff, and I'm up at the top, and he's a jumper. He's like, what's down there? Jump. Like, he doesn't give a shit what's down there. He's going. And I'm the type, I'm not, ooh, I'm gonna get dirty. I'm the type that I kind of like lay on the edge. I assess my path down and I take it slow, but I go down with him. And got down there and there was nobody down there, and there was this
Beautiful.
beautiful waterfall and cave
cave.
and pond, and I mean, we were like, and that's the shit.
Yeah. So Anyway, just wanted to make a little video,
Yeah.
share our day with you guys, and let y'all know that
It's a good day.
even we need to get away from our getaway, and
And you do too. You
and,
definitely do.
You know, most people do. It's just this is where we were designed
In your
to
little
thrive.
apartment, getting, you got to break away from that.
Get out.
You got to.
Go walk over some rocks and some trees, and go up a little hill, go down a ravine, go check out the water, and get off the trail.
Yeah.
Get off the trail a little bit, and
Not too much.
and find out what you're made of. Face those fears. Face that.
I like that. Find out what you're made of.
Yeah, face that curiosity, and explore it. So we're gonna leave it there.
You might find your life partner.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're gonna leave it there. Subscribe, like, and
Click the notification if you want them.
and we'll talk to you later.
All right, bye.